Liverpool have a big game tomorrow against Newcastle. Is that going to affect our top 5 hopes? We don't know. We're going to find out. Not only that, Arne Slot has been talking again. He's been speaking about players who are available, unavailable, and also telling certain journalists not to ask questions. People, it's your favorite show on a Friday. Kop-Ish Kollab. Big up your damn selves. We move people.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-Ish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, be the best, we come again. Kop-Ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap, and drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kop-Ish, this is Kop-Ish. Reppin' Liverpool to the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-Ish.
Are you fed up of spending over £100 just for a football jersey? Well, so am I. So why not check out okjersey.com? Right, people, you can pay £15. That's right, £15, and grab yourself a Liverpool jersey. 15, not 50, 15. All you have to do to get a further 8% off as well is use the promo code Kopish, Kopish, people. Check out OK Jersey right now. And look, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Ladies, if you want to get in your man's good books, some football shirts is a good way of doing that. Gents, maybe you even want to get your wifey one. Check out okjersey.com. Check it out now.
Big up, everyone. Hope everyone is blessed. It is your favorite show on a Friday. You're damn right. Kop-Ish Kollab with Tom Little and Hassam, who should be on his way. Drift should be on his way as well. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We are on the road to 50K. Help us get there, people. And like Cal said in the video, people, this video is sponsored by okjersey.com. We can go and get your football jerseys for about £15. Use the code Kopish and get 8% off, people. With that being said, it's Friday. We've got a game tomorrow. How's everyone feeling, man?
Just another day as a Liverpool fan, isn't it?
Well, you lot ain't got the same energy as me, innit? Like, yeah. Everyone seems deflated. What about you, chat? You lot like, it's Friday. It's the weekend. It's here kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, that part's great.
Yeah.
And then you get to Saturday 8 o'clock, and then it won't be as great.
No, but we can't. Don't get me wrong. I understand why everyone is like depleted, negative, deflated.
Honestly, Matt, it's almost like we haven't won a Premier League game in 2026.
I know. No, not even that, Tom. We haven't won a game this month.
Yeah,
man said the Premier League want their rent. We can't pay it.
Yeah.
We might be able to pay it, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? If there's one team that aren't going to counter-attack and play long ball against us, it's Newcastle. Like, this is the part that loses me. The manager himself has come out and said, I don't know how to handle low block, long ball counter-attack. And most of the games to end our season are low block, long ball counter-attack.
All right. Let's start with
Tom. You just started on him. Are you good, Tom?
Who knows? I'm about
all right. Let's start the show with a positive. Obviously, I'm sure we've already spoken about it, but obviously we haven't spoken to you guys about this. We beat Carrier back. Yeah? Top them up. 5-0. Convincing performance. Virgil van Dijk gets set in a record with that 3 assists from a defender. I think that's the first time in Champions League history. Tom, what was your thoughts on the game, my bro?
Yeah, it's not really relevant. It's not good. I didn't leave the game going, oh my God, we're back. Because I saw Carabao centre-back doing Cruyff turns in his own box at 5-0.
Yeah, he was.
Like, at that point, I kind of realised it's not serious opposition. I see that game the same way I see Barnsley. Yeah. I saw some goals. It's not going to be relevant when we play the good teams. That Carabao performance, I can't take that performance and put it into the Premier League because we'll just be killed by long balls and counter-attacks. So I enjoyed it in the moment. I enjoyed seeing goals. The Ekatike goal was great. The Wirtz goal was great. The Salah goal was great. All wonderful. Do I think that performance carries much weight when we go to Newcastle? No. Do I think he carries much weight when we got to play Sunderland? No. Do I think he carries
We've got
much weight?
Newcastle at home, though. We've got Newcastle at home. Remember, they're coming to us.
Yeah, because you know what? We have such a great home record this year.
Yeah,
It's not like we lost 3-0, 5-1, 2-1. Like, we've lost a lot at home as well. And Newcastle going away from home gives them more of a license to sit in a low block, play more long balls, and win more and have more counter-attacks. So, the three things that my manager, the man who's paid £5 million a year, says, I can't figure out how to stop. We're now going against a team that when they're on it are probably one of the top 3 in the league at all those things.
I hear everything that you just said. Trust me, there's a lot of negativity going around, but we can't act like we didn't win a game. I understand your perspective. I feel the same way in terms of that performance. Yes, it was a good performance, but it was against Carabao. They're second in the Azerbaijan league. We were expected to batter them anyway, and we just done the job that we were supposed to do. If that's the case, let's just fast forward to Newcastle. Should we speak about the press conference and some of the... In fact, I'll start with this. Pring Pong, he said it's not as bad as first feared, but out for a couple of weeks. On a more positive note, he did speak about Ibrahima Konate, and apparently, I don't know if he spoke about him, but I saw the thing from Sector that said he trained yesterday. Surely that's great news, though, right, guys? Konate's back, because we was all panicking, thinking who else is going to play centre back.
Yeah, again, this is where things are bigger than football sometimes. I'm happy from a footballing standpoint that Konate is back, but at the same time, should he really be back? Like, I just, again, unfortunately, we all lose people in life. It's the only guarantee in life, unfortunately, right? And I just think if one of my family members passed away, I don't think I'd want to be back in work the same week, effectively. I'd want to have a couple of weeks off. Again, I know football is very different to any other job, and people say, well, they get paid a certain amount and all that. Yeah, but money doesn't really negate how you feel about your friends and family if someone passes away, right? For me personally, it's been really nice to see Konate get a bit more time off. Like, I when it comes to that sort of stuff, I think football is secondary. And again, if it's Konate's call, I hear it, but at the same time,
it will have been Konate's call. We wouldn't have summoned them back.
I hear that, but at the same time, I think we could also push back and go, you know what, just take a little bit more time. That's just my personal opinion.
It's got to be down to him, though. If he feels he's ready to come back, then he's got to make that decision.
I hear it,
and it's only him that can know that. Now, whether he feels obligated to come back is a different kettle of fish. Whether he feels that because of the injuries he's got to come back, then that's a different conversation. But I don't think Liverpool have called him up and went, listen, you're coming back. We need.
No, I don't think so either. I'm just more saying, as human beings, sometimes we like to try and put ourselves back in the firing line, maybe even as a distraction. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, especially. And again, this is a job like no other. Like, God forbid, Konate comes back in the team and makes a mistake. Then everyone's going to be onto him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the last thing he's going to need. Do you know what I mean?
100. You're right. It's a
tricky one. It is a tricky one. I'm not even getting on the club at this one. By the way, I'm just saying, could it have just been a different outcome potentially?
It's techie, Cal, because you want your best players back, but like you said, there's that's more important than football. Now, let's say it was Konate's call, which I'm sure it was. He probably would have said, "Listen, boss, I'm okay." But that phrase, like sometimes you have to save someone. No, what's that phrase? Save
someone from themselves.
Save someone from themselves. Thank you, my bro. It might have to be that, because here's the thing: Konate could come back and have an amazing game.
Yeah,
he could come back and have a bad game. Not only that, personality that I feel like we get from Konate is he will do everything in his power to help Liverpool. Remember when he came back early from the injury, when he got injured by Endrick, he came back a bit early, and he was playing through, like, not playing through the injury as such, but he wasn't 100%. And he's like, listen, I will give everything for this club. He's that type of defender. He's that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it could also be to his detriment that he comes back a bit early and his mind is just not there. And there could be a mistake. And you know how our fan base is. Sometimes, the fan base can be a bit heavy at times. Obviously, we are an emotional.
We got a heavy mug in the chat already.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
There's a mug already?
Yeah, there's a mug already.
There's a mug in the chat.
Won't, Cal. People lose people every day. Shut up, you idiot. Dumbass.
Why has it always got to be mugs? What's going on here, man?
About someone who's lost a dad. People lose people every day. Shut up, man. Dickhead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If he says anything else, Moz, just deal with it.
No,
I ain't
we'll
got
keep
time
you in
for it.
there. You're just a little arsewipe, bro. Yes, we know it's true that people lose people every day. Just don't say dumb stuff, dumbass.
There's always someone in it. Big up Hassam. Hassam, just to kind of bring up to speed, my bro. Obviously, we're speaking about Newcastle. Well, we're speaking about what Arne Slot said in the press conference, and two things to start with is that Frimpong going to be out for a couple of weeks. Nothing too crazy, apparently. But I believe Konate was back in training, and we're just having a discussion about whether we feel like should he be back, even if he has said he wants to play. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
On Konate specifically?
Yeah, on Konate, because he's back, and which means he's available.
But he decided to come back, though, right?
Yeah, no, he's decided to come back. But what we're saying is, even though he's decided to come back, he still might not necessarily. He shouldn't maybe necessarily be playing. You know, sometimes it might take the manager to go, I know you want to be back, but I just want to give you a bit more extra time to make sure that you're okay. Because the last thing we want, Hassam, is for Konate to have a bad performance, and then we all sat there and gone, this is what I was worried about. You're not going to crash on him, but it's that worry of, are you mentally okay?
I'll be honest, it depends on the individual. I remember growing up, you know, when Frank Lampard scored a goal, after his, when one of his parents passed away. So I'm sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful and say mom or dad. I forgot which one it was. I think it was his mom.
Yeah.
I think he scored a goal against us, and he played straight after. So, you've got Alisson. He scored the header as well. Wasn't that the same year where he lost his dad?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
If we're going to use Alisson now, Hassan, bro, if I'm not mistaken, then Alisson's dad passed around the time where he had that City game where he's really bad in that City game as well.
Yeah.
Ali had like 2 games. Cause I remember he missed Sheffield United because of it. Like
here's the thing. For me, this is a decision for Ibrahima Konate and Ibrahima Konate only. No one else makes that decision. Not Slot, not the club, not anyone. I mean, grieving something like that is very difficult, and you've got to make him make that decision. Whenever he's ready, he can come back. If he wants to stay out for a bit longer, I think he's completely entitled to. You know, there's nothing more difficult than that. So, yeah, for me, it's just a decision for Ibrahima Konate and Ibrahima Konate to make, and that's it. Some people grieve differently. Some people, want to get on with it. Some people want to play, do their favorite things. Some people don't. Some people need some time off. So it depends. So this is a decision for Konate to make, not for any of us to make for him. So it just depends what he wants. And with Frimpong, it's very sad, his injury, because I've been begging for Frimpong to play right back probably from the start of the season. From when I watched him against Crystal Palace, and when people start saying, the stuff about him not being able to defend, I defended him. Like, I've been pro Frimpong from day one, even when people were anti Frimpong and said he can't defend him, blah blah blah. I wanted him to play for a really long time, and it's very unfortunate that he's injured. Now we have a lot of injuries, and this is where you've got to question the club a little bit. It had nothing to do with Slot. This is like based on them as well. It's like the fact that it's 30th January and we've got no centre back at Liverpool Football Club is basically you indirectly risking it all this season. That's just the truth. So, yeah, it's both really sad news to start with.
Yeah,
and for all the people who say Endo against Carabao, refer to Endo against Bournemouth at home.
Well, speaking about Endo, I know people were thinking potentially right back. There's also been some positive news on the injury front again, and that is regarding Curtis Jones. He apparently is back from illness, and he should be in the squad. With that being said, if Curtis Jones is available, where would you not play Curtis Jones? Would you play Curtis Jones at right back? Would you play him in midfield? What would you guys do?
On the bench.
Who's playing right back?
For tomorrow he has to be on the bench.
Who's playing right back though?
Who would
I
we
think
play?
specifically
I
for tomorrow.
right back.
Yeah, you've got to run back the same exact team with Calvin Ramsey. I was about to say, thank you, Calvin. I would legitimately, it was so good, I wouldn't change anything. Keep the same, just put Ramsey right back and get on with it.
All right, there's only one problem with that though. I agree with you, and it should be Calvin Ramsey. The problem is, remember when me and Tom spoke about this already. He said he's got better options. This manager has made it very clear with certain players he doesn't care what they do. Hence, when Chiesa scored, I'm sure we all saw it. Did you not see Arne Slot's face when Chiesa scored?
He was mad.
He was fuming.
Chiesa scored.
I think I'm not even trying to. Again, people know my thoughts on Arne Slot. I think that's blown up.
You're going to defend. You're going to defend FSG and all that stuff, aren't you?
Wow. Also, by the way, guys, the layout. Aren't we supposed to be smaller so that people can see the ad?
You're waiting on Drift to get in.
Yeah, I thought he would have been there. Do you know what? Good shout, though. Let me just make us a bit.
Yeah, you're supposed to make us a bit smaller. Come on, man. Tom is never going to give you advice like this because he don't even record. Yeah.
No, it was until anyways. But yeah, appreciate it, my bro. Thank you very much. Looking out for the sponsor in that. Come on, OK Jersey. But yeah, Calvin Ramsey. He's already said, bro. He's got better options. He doesn't rate him, bro.
We know what's going to happen, though, right? Everyone knows. Can I tell you the exact team for? I'm going to tell you the exact team. I'm about to tell you all the exact team for tomorrow. I promise you what I'm going to say is going to be the exact team for tomorrow. Allison, Szoboszlai right back. If Konate is ready, it's going to be Konate and Van Dijk. Kirk has left back because Robson played on Wednesday. He's going to go McAllister, Gravenberg. He's going to go Wirtz. He's going to go Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike. That's your team to face Newcastle.
I think it'll be Allison, Szoboszlai, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, Jones, McAllister, Salah, Wirtz, Ekitike.
Oh, you think he's going to drop his son for the second Prem game in a row?
he gets the chance to play. No, because he gets the chance to then play four midfielders. He gets the chance to play four midfielders and Szoboszlai right back.
Let's go. He ain't going to do that. Stop it.
I don't know.
What about you, Carl?
By the way, just so everyone remembers, Gakpo didn't start the last Premier League game. Are we aware of this?
Yeah, he did it.
So you think Slot's gonna back-to-back not start Gakpo in Prem games? Are we mad?
The reason why... Hold on, Gakpo did start the last Prem game. He started fucking Bournemouth.
Did he? There was one game he dropped him 100%.
It was Ekitike who didn't start the last game.
Yeah, Tom's
right.
Oh, it was Ekitike. You're right.
He was dropped in Marseille. My bad. I take it back.
Yeah.
So like, he started the last two Prem games. He can miss a Prem game.
I reckon
1-0 Tom.
I reckon Szoboszlai starts at right back, but I think Hassam, I hear what you're saying, but because of that, I do think Gakpo starts left wing because he'll see it as that we have an extra midfielder on the pitch because Szoboszlai will invert a lot.
Oh, good point.
It doesn't make sense to do that.
Tom, I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just saying that's what I think will happen.
No.
I mean, ironically, the best thing to do would be to play the diamond. That'd be the best thing to do. And play Salah and Ekitike up top.
Bob, if we played the diamond, if you played the diamond, what would be the four midfielders for you?
It would be Gravenberch in the 6, Jones and McAllister, and Wirtz in the 10.
Yeah. I'll be cool with that, you know.
And then you got Salah on the right and Ekitike on the left.
Yeah.
Or you could even do your 4-2-4 with Jones and Wirtz as your 2-10 and Salah on the right, Ekitike on the left, like you did against Marseille. You've got
the unfortunate thing for Arne Slot is what's his name? Jacob Murphy is out injured, so he can't see the wing.
That's a fortunate.
No, apparently he's back. He's back in training.
That's a fortunate thing. You know, he's better than Salah. He's the only guy that can unlock Alexander Isak, the £130 million striker. Jacob Murphy.
So you said diamond. I just remember something. So big up Specs and big up D-Man. We've done a preview of them yesterday, and so they gave us a little bit of insight. So Jacob Murphy is back in training. They also said they wouldn't be surprised if they stick to their 3-4-3 formation. Well, now if they play 3 at the back, see, Tom's already panicking.
They're gonna do a fucking back 5 low block, and we're not gonna break it down. Why are we not seeing what's gonna happen in front of our eyes?
Because when they said that, I was like, oh, shoot, they did play 3 at the back the other day. Like, if they keep that system. But they were both split. One of them, I think, Cal, was it D-Man that was saying they're going to play 3 at the back. And Specs is like they're going to go back to the back 4.
Potentially.
Yeah. Because D-Man made a valid point. He was like, when Eddie Howe kind of like stumbles across something, he likes to keep it and he'll use it until it doesn't work anymore, which is why he reckons they will play 3 at the back. If they do play 3 at the back, are we fully cooked out here, guys? Are we cooked?
No, I don't. All right. So again, if you haven't watched the preview, guys, do go and watch the preview. But I don't feel as though Newcastle in great form either. And I know the caveat will be neither are Bournemouth. I get it, neither are we. I don't see us losing. I see it being a draw. So I don't think we're cooked in terms of losing the game. But yeah, I don't see us winning. So yeah, it's gonna be a difficult game. Newcastle's always a difficult game usually for us. But yeah, we know what our weaknesses are. We've got a manager who doesn't know how to deal with it. So it just is what it is at this point.
They just get the chance to play the football they want to play. They get the chance to sit deep, use the pace of Gordon and Murphy and Barnes on the counter-attack, put Bruno and Tonali in the midfield together to basically screen and battle and bully ours like they've done.
Ramirez is a doubt, by the way. I saw something from Craig Hope, I want to say, this morning.
Did he not play?
I haven't heard that name since the summer.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It kind of came off the algorithm once.
Craig Hope, you know.
Sorry, Craig.
Oh, he didn't play against PSG, did he?
Take him back to the good days,
He
man.
was on the bench against PSG. He was on the bench.
Fucking
against PSG.
3,000, 4,000 people watching our streams talking about Isak gonna join Liverpool.
Here it is. So I've got it. So Newcastle update from Craig Hope. Bruno Ramirez will train today, but remains a doubt. Light training in Paris, trained yesterday. Joe Linton injection in groin in Barcelona went well, but should be back in weeks, not months. So yeah. Ramirez is a bit of a doubt, but you know what that means. When they say doubt, it means he's probably going to play.
He's done 2 straight. Arne Slot plays someone if they've done 1 training session. I think Eddie Howe's going to play Bruno G if he's done 2.5. Like I'm not bothered about that. Like Joe Linton's missing.
Did Matt say he's got an injection in the groin?
That's Joe Linton.
That's crazy.
Wait, you don't inject your groin? What the fuck?
If you've got a muscle injury there, you do.
Yeah, it says Joe Linton injection in groin in Barcelona went well. Should be back in weeks, not months. That probably means that he probably needs groin surgery potentially, and they're hoping that he can continue throughout the rest of the season.
Oh,
that's probably what that
Barcelona. Maybe he went to the same doctor that Rodri went to.
Because that went so well for him.
Yeah, the one that puts the horse stuff on you.
Hold on, what?
You didn't hear the story? Rodri went to the secret doctor in Barcelona.
And he put horse stuff on him.
Yeah, like some horse something. Horse fluid.
No.
What?
What the fuck is
man.
doing?
Guys, I'm only reporting the news.
That is.
I'm trying to figure out. We need a distraction, bro.
So we didn't win the Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues in that phase of the Jurgen Klopp because Jurgen Klopp wasn't covering injured players in horse fluid. Is that what we're saying?
Could we just stop using the term horse fluid?
Yeah, can we just say
mate,
man got the infection and keep it moving?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how you even open that conversation with someone.
You can't, bro.
You don't. You just go to the special doctor.
What are you doing, sir? Just Callum, this is going to make you feel better.
See, I knew I wasn't making shit up. There you go. Rodri arrives in Barcelona to meet Dr. Sugat for further tests after a serious knee injury. I fucking knew it. They all go to this doctor. He gives you like some special stuff.
Yeah, special.
I do not like the phrase that we're using here. He gives them special horse stuff.
Okay, here, I just said special stuff. Happy now?
Oh my God.
Guys, look at Imran's comment. That is mental.
Wow.
Imran's such a maniac, bro.
Wow, Imran. Wow.
All right, let's get back in the car because Hassan decided to just like
Dr. Diddy. There was no baby oil. It's just medical procedure, you guys. Don't be like this.
All right, let's get back in the car. All right, so basically,
have you never like read about like Chinese remedies or like remedies from around? You know, a lot of people.
No, I have.
Do you know that, as an example, eating bull testicles is for like the last thousands of years believed to make you better, like from that perspective in life. It's the truth. So don't believe like this. Just because people like use medicines and shit, you can use like natural remedies as well, because there is a solution for everything in life. I vomited 6 times, and then a natural remedy saved me from my stomach virus. So yeah, nothing wrong with natural remedy.
Wrong. I just want to know.
Nothing wrong.
Who was the first
Arne Slot turning Liverpool shit has now made us talk about bull testicles and horse fluids on Liverpool
I just genuinely want to know who's the first person in history that thought I need to really up my game. Let me try that ball for a sec. Like, who's done that? Who's the first person?
But you need to know, like when people usually, like back in the day as well, specifically when people killed the cow for food, they wouldn't let any part of the cow just go to waste. Like back in the day, there was no such thing as ew and then throw it away. La habibi. You kept the cow hide and you used it. You kept every single part of the cow and used it in food and stuff. So yeah. And listen, all these people, Chinese people and Japanese people and stuff, they live to be like 95, 100 years old and they're still healthy. So maybe eating some bull testicles is good for you. You never know. Bro, you guys ain't ready for that.
Well, try it. Let
Damn right. I'm good.
I've tried it already. Who told you I haven't tried it?
Oh.
I've literally eaten everything on the sheep. The liver, the kidneys, the hearts, the brain, the tongue. Like I've literally tried it all. Sheep liver is the most delicious thing you'll ever have if cooked right. It's actually better than steak. Genuinely, like it's actually better than steak. But you needed to.
I think there was a pause in there somewhere, but good afternoon, people.
Hi, big up. Sheep liver, there is no pause on liver.
There was not a
no. Liver's fine.
Yeah, liver, there is no pause. What we're doing?
Not on liver.
I walked into some say I've literally eaten every part of a sheep. I was like, whoa.
Oh, Drift, you've missed it. You've missed how we've got to this point. Apparently, the reason we didn't win Premier Leagues against Pep Guardiola is because Pep Guardiola helps his injured players and covers them with horse fluid, whatever that is. That's how they
guys, rapidly moving on.
I mean, to be honest with you, horse fluid is either Kells or Diddy, which is wild either way. So
this stream has gone so far left. Blood clot. Anyways, all right, we was actually speaking about was speaking about injuries, and it was my mistake because I mentioned Joe Linton and injections, and people wanted to know what happened.
We know a cow hit the nail on the head 100%. Even though some of these remedies are actually like valid and they do work, who was the genius who thought, I know how we might be able to cure this problem? How the fuck? What's running through your mind?
It's probably, to be honest, back in the day, more trial and error. Like maybe there was like some 50-year-old man who went to the local doctor and went like, I can't get erect anymore. And the guy's like, eat bull testicles. And he ate them and it started working again. So they just went trial and error.
It's the idea of someone going around doing trial and error with animal bollocks. This one cures this one cures that, this one does this one does that.
It's insanity.
Yeah, but I gave you the example, and people like you guys think I'm laughing, but a lot of people when they like kill a sheep for food or cow, they're like they can't let any part go to waste. It's the truth. They have to keep all the meat.
Well, I've heard that the best face cream in the world has got whale fluid in it. How the hell do you even figure that out? Crazy, but.
I promise you all, there is so much stuff that if I make you try it without telling you what it is, you'll go like, that's delicious. But just because in your psyche you think it's something, you'll go like, eh. But if you tried a bite of it, you'd be like, that's fucking delicious.
You could never give me frog or snail or something, Hassam, and convince me it's not.
No. I'm saying like sheep. I can't eat frog or snail anyway. I'm saying sheep parts.
Fair enough.
Anyway, back to the topic.
Yeah, let's get back into the card. So basically, we got a game against Newcastle. There's a couple of injury problems for both teams. Newcastle might play the back three that I mentioned. Tom, would you still play the diamond if they play a back three?
Well, if they're playing a back three, the only solution you've got is.
Since when do Newcastle play a back three? What the fuck?
They've been playing a back three
in the past couple of games because they've got more defenders for the midfielders. If they're playing a back three, you need to get as many players in and around their defense as possible.
Kenny heard that. That's why he's so stressed, because he realizes if they play that back three, we could be cooked, innit?
If they play that back three, we got to play a 4-3-3.
Literally.
What's that, Sam? Sorry, bro.
Every single back three team has abused us this season. Every single.
They have. Have we not beaten the back three team this year? All jokes aside, have we not?
No, we beat Wolves.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, happy days.
They might be the only one.
I mean,
and even then, Wolves had higher XG than us at Anfield.
Should we figure it out? Should we go through it and figure it out? To be fair, Marseille.
No, don't, Tom. It's embarrassing. Don't do it. Don't.
No. We'll do it. We'll go through it.
Inter had a back three.
Yeah, but they're European games, so they really count.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
You don't play a back three.
I guess Europe is a completely different competition, and it doesn't translate well at all.
We've beaten two back three teams. We've beaten Wolves 2-1, where we had one shot in the second half, and we beat Burnley 1-0, where we needed the 95th minute penalty to score a fucking goal.
Fucking God.
So
those are the good old days, Tom. We were top of the league then. Take me back.
Yeah.
Oh my
in terms of back threes that we've lost to Crystal Palace 3 times, Brentford once. Forest didn't play a back three, did they? No, Forest didn't play a back three. So
they didn't.
And Bournemouth didn't play a back three. So we played 6 back threes in the Premier League, and we have.
United was back three, Tom.
Oh yeah, United, of course, Amram. So that's 7, and we've won 2 of them.
5 losses though.
That is not good at all.
Okay.
And in terms of draws, we drew with Leeds twice. We played the back three, both times. And Burnley played the back three, but in the game that we drew. So we played the back three 10 times, and we have won 2 of those games. Fair. So, I really cannot wait to play another fucking back three, guys. Oh, wow. It's going to be so much fun. Are you excited to play a low block, long ball, 3-4-3? Because I'm not. And I can't wait to see him put Kerkez as a fucking striker while putting Gakpo as far out on the left as he can. And then we put crosses in for no one in the box, get a hit on the counter-attack, and we sit there and go, we've lost. And the manager will come out and go, but 11 years ago, we lost 2-0 to Newcastle, and today we've only lost 1-0. So that is progression in my eyes. And this Newcastle team got a draw against PSG, who are the best thing I've ever seen. So in reality, us losing 1-0 is a good result.
He's definitely saying that bit, Tom. He is 100% going to say they came back from Paris. They still had the smell on them, the essence of Paris Saint-Germain. They're in the stadium. They absorbed the energy, and they brought that energy to Anfield. We could feel it. That's what he's going to say. He must get high off the PSG pheromones.
With that being said, we've actually got some quotes which we'll put on the screen right now. This is in regards to Liverpool's form. I have shown
look on his face.
I know. I have shown that last season that what I like is consistency, playing with the same players as much as I can. Always done that. Unfortunately, for all the obvious reasons, I have said I haven't been able to, and sometimes have to make subs in games. That is far from. Hold on. I sometimes have to make subs in. Anyway, let me not even. That is far from ideal. Can tell you that. But we have to accept it and make the best of it. It's why I have so much respect for these players. They give everything they have. That has not always been enough to win enough games at Liverpool. That is clear, but it's not due to effort.
So right now, this manager is saying that he doesn't like
because
to
they're
make
giving it all. Yeah, go on.
He doesn't like to make substitutions, and he doesn't like to rotate. Yes, he complains about injuries.
Let me just say one thing to defend Arne Slot here, which I'm about to shock the whole world, but I'm actually going to defend Slot here a little bit. I actually think there has been a lack of effort. I'll be honest with you guys, and I actually got pissed off after the Carabao game a little bit. I'll tell you why. Liverpool fans traveled all the way from Liverpool to the south of England to watch Liverpool give minimal effort away at Bournemouth, because when the scoreline was 0-0, we were the better side. Virgil van Dijk giving the ball to the Bournemouth player got nothing to do with Arne Slot.
Yeah,
that's Van Dijk being a bozo. That's just the truth. And then the mistake after that as well was Endo not coming on the pitch because the players didn't kick the ball out. That has nothing to do with Arne Slot. I think with Arne Slot, for me, his man management has probably let him down even more than the tactics. And I think the mental preparation element as well is something that he needs to do better in. But one thing that's a little bit irritating me from the player perspective is every time I'm watching the Champions League games, they're giving 100% effort and they're running their socks off and they're trying their hardest. And every time I watch a Premier League game, I feel like they aren't really doing that. And I think this is a problem for me. And this is where I'm going to call out the players, not just the tactics and the manager as well. Even though I am Slot out, I have to be fair. The players running more and trying harder in the Champions League is not just an Arne Slot thing. It's about the players as well representing the shirt. Because if any of 5 of us got the opportunity to play 90 minutes for Liverpool, we'd run our asses off on the football pitch. You know, so for me, I'm just that's one thing that I do have to call out the players on. I do think that there is a little bit lack of effort in the Premier League, and I think in the Premier League as well, we have this unfortunate thing where we fold. Like if we go a goal down, more likely than not, we're gonna end up losing the game. Like in order for me to be confident against Newcastle, I need Liverpool to score the first goal. You know, so that's the thing. So I need Liverpool to score the first goal. And other than that, I'm just not confident. And all the players are giving like more effort in the UCL. You know, Ali's saying Van Dijk said different. Van Dijk is the one that was aura farming and just gave the ball to the Bournemouth player.
I don't know if
What's
that's
that to do with Slot?
I think that might be a difference between effort and arrogance, though, Hassam. So I don't necessarily. All right, there are moments in games where effort's lacking. Like for example, when Bournemouth were in the counter attack when it was 2-2, and I saw Gravenberch pretty much doing a very slow jog to try and get back in.
Yeah,
that for me is a lack of effort. But overall, I don't watch Liverpool and think there's a lack of effort. I think there's a lack of cohesiveness. There's an arrogance that seeped into quite a lot of the players, and there's a tactical deficiency. Virgil, for me, missing the ball or that's not a lack of effort. That's arrogance. You shouldn't have even been trying to do that in the first place. You touched out a play or you clear it. One of the two. And then the second goal, obviously, trying to make the substitution. Virgil then plays Bournemouth onside. Again, I think that's I don't think that's a lack of effort. I think that's almost arrogance.
Virgil also was involved in the third goal we conceded as well.
Yeah. That was again, just him not.
But Cal, what's there to be arrogant about? Would you not
Yeah,
say it is more lack of effort? Like, because if we're in the title race, Virgil don't do that. I think it is a lack of effort, you know.
No, I never said there's anything to be arrogant about. I'm just saying what they're exuding, though. They shouldn't be arrogant, but let's.
No, but that's what I mean. Like,
Van Dijk's always defended like that, though. Van Dijk is always defended like that.
Yeah, like
it's just sometimes.
No, not that nonchalant. Tom.
No,
hold on. I remember Van Dijk getting pressed by 2 people and just heading it over them and touching it back
against
down.
Brighton in the COVID season.
Like Van Dijk is always defended with a level of arrogance.
Van Dijk wasn't aura farming last year.
No, but not to the level of what he did the other day.
No, he wasn't.
He does it all the time.
He was getting away with it, bro. That's all it is.
It's not about getting away with it. What happened was he made a mistake.
Yeah, he usually gets that fine, but because of how he plays, there's an arrogance to how he plays. This one went wrong.
Normally, he gets more pages on that kick and it goes out for a throw-in. Yeah, but he didn't get enough pages, and it hit the defense. It hit fucking Scott in the chest and stayed in. Van Dijk defends like that. Van Dijk is defended like that since he fucking got here. That's.
No, I know he's always had that aura around him. I get that, but I don't think he would have been so nonchalant in a title race. I think he would have just whacked it out. I think he would have just whacked it out for a corner and regrouped. I don't think he would have tried to.
That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to kick it out. He just didn't.
No, Tom. He was. Come on, man.
Right, what was he trying to do? What was he trying to do there? If he wasn't trying to kick it out, what was he trying to do?
That he was going to be able to knock it out for a corner, but he did it so
he was trying to kick it out.
Yeah, he would have put more effort in it if Liverpool's in a title race. I think it was like this season doesn't matter anyway kind of effort.
Yes,
right.
Thank you. That's what I'm
saying. Right. I don't think if we're in a title race, I think he just puts his foot through it and doesn't have that.
If we are in the title race,
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but Van Dijk is not the example you use for it.
But I've seen plenty of times when Van Dijk just kicks it out. Yeah, there's the odd time when he does, and we're like, oh my days, he's feeling himself. But normally he does just do the simple things well.
I will say this, guys. I will say this.
It wasn't like he sat there and made the conscious decision to try and flick it over him. He just
this year. This is the most I've ever seen Van Dijk make mistakes. Are we forgetting Van Dijk wanting to be in the dunk contest? Are we forgetting about that?
Yeah, and I think
people aren't ready.
Van Dijk's been down mad this year. It's kind of gone under the radar because also, I hate to say it, his crime partner has also made mistakes. They've all made mistakes, you know. Just that some have been getting away. Some have been getting away with some, and some haven't. Virgil van Dijk has been making mistakes all year. It's just that now you're really starting to see them because things are actually happening afterwards. Where sometimes you might do that and nothing really, nothing really happens. But it was a mistake, if that makes sense.
Genuine question. Can anyone name one person in the team who doesn't make effort on a consistent basis, like run their socks off?
In the Premier League, all of them, except Szoboszlai. And there is no come on, Hussam. That's my opinion.
No, Carl, if you're talking,
I think the only players. I'll actually give you a legitimate answer. Forget all the new. Forget all the new. I'm gonna say it. Forget all the new players because all the new players are like they're Liverpool players and they're trying to impress on all this. The only non-new player who gives effort to all games is Szoboszlai. I've seen the rest of them all walk around. I've seen them all not give up. Gakpo has the same track back issue down the left hand side that people point out with Mo.
Gakpo always puts in effort.
Gakpo puts in a shift every time he plays.
I will say this about Cody Gakpo.
I've seen Gakpo walking a lot of times. You guys just ain't noticing it.
I've seen Gakpo walk away from corners, bro, going for a counter, and we've conceded. Tell me I'm lying,
and then we concede. Thank you, Matt.
More than once. He's done it more than once. I'm just letting you guys know.
That's a mistake. Do not confuse mistakes for effort.
Yes,
mistakes and effort are two different things.
You're right.
He tries too hard, hence why he makes mistakes.
I understand that. So what you're saying when it comes to Cody Gakpo, so the ball's being played into the box, our box. Cody Gakpo starts running for a counter. Not only that, I've also seen him kind of walk away.
Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, but he's waiting for the ball to drop, man.
You know, you guys. Should I tell you about lack of effort? I'm gonna carry on the show. Carry on the show. I'm gonna get a clip here that you are gonna be so shocked that you're gonna be like, "Nah, this is bad." I'll be right back.
One clip doesn't justify lack of effort.
You're confusing what we're saying. I'm not saying these players aren't making mistakes. I'm saying I can't sit here and accuse these players of lack of effort. I think Liverpool players have a lack of effort.
No, but Hassan, I could get you 10 clips right now of Szoboszlai pulling out of a tackle that he 100% should have just gone more full-blooded with. But we're not going to say he's lacking effort.
Yeah, but Szoboszlai puts so much effort.
Every player,
but Szoboszlai puts so much effort that if he pulls out of a tackle or two, I'm not going to go against him and say he doesn't show effort because he shows effort.
No, I'm just giving an example.
Hold on. Is there not a chance though? Is there not a chance that there is a confusion of effort with the play style? So because we play so slow and so because our build-up is so slow. You don't see the players sprinting up the pitch, running around trying to get involved because the manager himself, the moments that we do that, the moments that we try and counter-attack and run at speed and run at pace, the manager wants it to stop, slow down, and when someone does that, he applauds it. So the slow style of play means that everything is slower. That doesn't conflate a lack of effort. It's very big to say someone is lacking effort. I think that there's moments in games where players jog when they should sprint. And that is a moment of it.
That's lack of effort. Thank you.
But that is not. So one moment in a 90-minute game doesn't mean that the players
jog when they should sprint is literally lack of effort definition.
Yes, one moment. Szoboszlai does that 5 times a game potentially. But again, like you said, you don't say he doesn't lack effort.
Yeah, but because Szoboszlai runs
moments
so
in
much, you
games
can't
don't
say that
define
by
it.
definition.
What? So the other midfielders don't run back. The other midfielders don't run loads.
I've seen McAllister and I've seen Gravenberg. I've seen a lot of like everyone who's played in midfield. A lot of moments in games not show effort.
I don't know if I'll say a lot. I mean, the other day, you know, the point that Cal put out just a minute ago about Gravenberch, that was lack of effort.
That was,
like, you know, the other day, that was like I don't know why he thought it was okay to just jog like that. He was barely jogging, to be honest. That is lack of effort. But I don't think Cody shows lack of effort, if I'm being honest.
I don't think there's anyone in our team who consistently shows a lack of effort. For me to say the team or players show a lack of effort, I've got to see it on a consistent basis. Games here and there where you show a lack of effort, I can live with that because that's humans. If it's on a regular basis, like, again, not even to draw any certain players out, Balotelli, he's a player that lacked effort because I saw it on a consistent basis with him.
You're going extreme example.
That was his style, Cal. You know, I don't
but it's still a lack of effort. Whether
that's
it's
very
style
extreme.
No, because Berbatov is exactly the same. But
I was going to say
Berbatov
Berbatov as well.
Berbatov was not the same as Balotelli. What are we doing?
Nah, he was attitude-wise, Cal. They played very similar ways, bro. It's just he had a better career, so you don't think it. But they played
because he put in more effort.
Berbatov was extremely nonchalant, bro. Like, he walked through games. Come on, bro.
Again, you're confusing nonchalance with lack of effort.
Yeah, but I don't think Balotelli was lack of effort. I think that's just how he played.
You don't think Balotelli was a lack of effort?
His style.
Balotelli's one of the laziest players. He's one of the laziest players I've seen in my lifetime. What are we doing here? Balotelli.
It was just his style.
So yes, his style lacked effort. He didn't try hard in his style. Van Dijk's style doesn't look like he tries hard.
It was a different era of football as well. You were allowed to get away
care.
with that stuff back then. He wouldn't have been able to play like that. Berbatov and Balotelli couldn't play the way they did in today's day because the system wouldn't allow it. But back in the day, you was allowed, if you was a bit of a maverick player, to have that kind of nonchalant way of playing. And neither of them lacked effort. I just think it was how they played. It was just their playing.
So you don't think Balotelli lacked effort playing on a football pitch?
I don't think he tried super hard like say a Szoboszlai does, but I don't think it was like, oh yeah, just be lazy, can't be asked. I just think it was playing slow, methodical, like ways, like that was just his style. Same with Berbatov, but I don't know. That's just me.
All right, we'll bring up the next quote.
Berbatov was a lot different to Balotelli.
All right, regarding Jadon Danns and Stefan Bajcetic. So Jadon, if he was fit, would be in the squad.
I mentioned Bajcetic.
He did indeed.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Not back today or tomorrow, so unlucky in his career until now. Great mentality and fighting back. He has had a lot. It would have been a great moment for him with Isak out. So that is unfortunate. He has faced a lot of injuries, but he will fight back and come back, and the world will get to know him. Bajcetic is not training yet. Gets little setbacks, hoping to have him very soon, but then he trains and he has been out for 7 to 8 months. So we have to manage the expectations of that as well. We all said it when
put the Bajcetic thing in the bag now. You laid it there. You can't even train. Every time he trains, he gets injured.
We'll excuse what you just said, Tom, because we know you've been quite emotional over the last 24 hours, so we'll let that one slide. Regarding Jadon Danns, obviously he said he's not ready yet. Given that Isak's not going to probably be available until late March, maybe early April, do you think there is a chance that Jadon Danns does play some minutes and play some game time when he is available, given that Ekitike is our only registered striker at the moment who's injury-free?
Who knows?
It
depends on the fitness of others. It very much depends on the fitness of others. Because if Jadon Danns makes the bench, you look at the attacks we've got, he's 6th choice attacker. The manager would sooner move Gakpo up front. The manager would sooner play Chiesa up front. And there's not many players he'd sooner play Chiesa ahead of. But Danns would be one of them. And Rio comes on if he needs a winger. And that typically means a striker stays on the pitch. So Jadon Danns will get FA Cup minutes. Maybe if he makes a big impact in the FA Cup game, he could work his way in there. But
the only tournament we can win, Tom. The only tournament we can win, you think, guys, he doesn't even play a right back who's 22 years old.
Do you think we've got more chance in the FA Cup than we do the Premier League? The Champions League?
So just before you get onto that, if there's anything,
honestly, I do, bro. We're not winning Champions League. We're not.
We're not winning the FA Cup.
One thing we can't do.
But we got a better chance to.
We can't take Slot's words at face value when it's something that's deemed to be negative, and then not take it at face value when it seems to be positive. He said a lot of positive things about Jadon Danzer, and literally said he would be in the squad if it weren't for his injury. So
he'd be in the squad.
He never said that about Calvin Ramsey, by the way. He said the complete opposite about Calvin Ramsey. So I don't.
He did in the same way Mamardashvili's in the squad every game. In the same way Naoni was in the squad pretty much every game. Didn't play. Again, Matt,
you really ain't gonna let this go.
No, but Matt, this doesn't show a lack of effort. This shows a lack of tactical intelligence. If you look at it, he's running to get forwards. He's showing effort getting forwards.
Look at Soberslai. No, that's Soberslai. I'm not talking about Gakpo.
I don't get what the point is here, Matt.
Is that effort? Was that effort? Was that effort? Just quick question. That's all I want to know.
You mean getting beaten at the back post means that he doesn't?
If he stood there and watched, shall I play it back? What's this?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it, bro.
Ball watching is negligence. It isn't lack of effort.
Of course, it's lack of effort. Look at this.
No, lack of effort.
I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are just. You guys, with all due respect, are just arguing for the sake of it. Matt is right. You know he's right as well. You know,
man.
Oh no, I don't.
That's lack of effort. Soberslai's standing there. Look at Jones. Come on, guys.
Hold on.
Jones is running.
Now you're saying Soberslai doesn't make effort.
So
no.
Matt,
don't worry.
I'm genuinely asking what you're trying to.
No, because you know when we were saying about effort in general, I was like, there's many players that have showed lack of effort, even players like Soberslai. And just to kind of prove the point about Gakpo running away, that's lack of effort. It's not even trying to be smart. That's just you not wanting to be involved, in my opinion. That's not you trying to do.
He thought we were going to counter attack and he could be the one to
Drift,
score.
you're an attacker. I'm an attacker. We was attackers, right? We both didn't like the whole having to mark at the back post. That's just not our MO, innit? And I think that's shirking responsibility.
That's because I was crap at it.
No, but you can still. Yeah, but you can still try and win a header, though, can't you? You could, but it's whether you want to.
Can you bring it back to the wider angle?
Yeah, when the cross comes from where the ball is there to where Soberslai is, he'd have to be Superman literally to get that ball.
No, Cal. What? What's this, Cal? What's this?
And sometimes you can't you'll get in the way if you like. You know what I mean? Because there was already 3 Liverpool players there, so he probably like also thinking like I might get in the way.
So what I'm seeing there is that
what's it? Keep an eye on all the midfielders. Keep an eye on all the midfielders now. Bang! So look where Soberslai is. He is next to Maguire.
He's behind. What do you want him to do in that?
No, Tom, please. What do you want to do? You're going to make me crash out, Tom.
No, because Matt, if you go back 5 seconds, Matt.
He is standing next to Maguire, bro. What are we doing here?
If you go back 5 seconds, Maguire.
Sorry, am I gone mad? Am I actually gone mad? Is that Soberslai or is that Tom Cruise?
Okay.
Is that Tom Cruise?
Oh my God! So we're doing a fucking arbitrary point here. So
what are we doing? Hold on, no. I'll play it back so you can see it. Size right now. Bruno is about to put the ball back into the danger zone. Look at Soberslai's body position. Look at Soberslai. Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
I'm just so intrigued as to what Soberslai is supposed to do when he's behind the man that's been lost by his marker.
It's cool, don't worry.
Soberslai was on the post pretty much to start the corner.
What I'm saying is we can't keep making excuses for things like that. That is a lack of effort, in my opinion. He doesn't lack effort in general, like in terms of like, you see him running around the most. But in crucial moments, in crucial games, Hassam is right. There are guys that lack effort. There are. We've seen people
that happens in every match, every week, though. If I'm
we're the team that walk around the most in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're the team that walk around the most.
I reckon we could go and watch clips of Arsenal or Man City this season, and you'll probably see a player.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. Arsenal players never lack effort. They lack creativity. They lack imagination. They never lack effort. I have seen Arsenal players. I have seen Arsenal players as soon as they lose the ball, fucking 10 people run back and get back into shape. I'm sorry.
So how do they?
By the way, you know who used to do that last season? Us.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm just saying that was one random moment in a game.
No, but drift, there's loads, but obviously we're probably gonna get thing, but there's I've gone through nearly every game this season. In fact, 90% of the games that I'll get them and rewatch them. And that's why sometimes like you need to go back and watch it and think, no, but am I going mad? Because even in that instance, the first time I saw it, I just thought that we were just unlucky or something like that. When you go back and watch some of the players of the like Bruno Fernandes about to put the ball back in, Jones is not switched on, neither is Szoboszlai, and Gakpo's already started running. You're like, hold on a minute, but Bruno Fernandes is about to put the ball back into the box.
Let me just add to Mad's point. Can we just please just scroll up a little bit? Just 205. Put up Jenny's comment, please. She's a member. The worst part of this season is watching our team have zero fight. I don't recognize our team. This comment right here.
Okay, yeah.
As soon as
I agree with that.
So let me just say this, yeah.
I don't think lack of fight.
You're much better than Bournemouth.
No confidence.
Yeah, it's not just confidence though. You're much better than Bournemouth. Okay, you fuck up and you concede a goal. It's 1-0 to Bournemouth now. But no big deal. Go back to what you were doing before the 1-0. And let's keep growing momentum. Let's keep building and try to score a goal. Let's keep fighting till the end. Because I actually will probably blame Arne Slot for 80% of the season. I said if I could go back to the summer, the only thing I would change is bring Mark Gahey in or bring a centre back in. I actually really like our summer. I actually really like the players we bought. I got no problem with our summer. I'm not changing the energy and saying, oh my God, transfers, directors, blah, blah, blah. Because FSG did the thing that we've been begging them to do for the last 4 or 5 years. So I'm not changing my narrative. I'm speaking about effort levels. I'm speaking about concentration levels. I'm speaking about fight levels. Not everything is just Arne Slot. Van Dijk was responsible against Bournemouth, or played a massive role, let me say, not just responsible, so people don't get triggered. Played a massive role in us conceding every single one of those 3 goals we conceded on the weekend. And by the way, even in the end, God give you the gift. You come back and it's 2-2. طب يا أخي, leave that stadium with 1 point. Van Dijk in the 97th minute loses a header to someone who's shorter than Tom Little. And we're sat here saying, it's not lack of effort, guys. It's lack of concentration. It's not lack of effort. It's guys, them being arrogant. When you say being arrogant, Callum, I'll just land this. When Callum says it's them being arrogant, you do realize that's even worse than lack of effort, and I'll tell you why. What the fuck have Liverpool players got to be arrogant about? We've only won. We've never won more than 1 major trophy in a season in terms of like a major and a minor. We've never done a double. Even with all these players, none of them have done a double where it's Prem and Carabao or Champs and FA Cup. We've never done that. We haven't gone back to back. We haven't dominated the Premier League. Why the fuck are we arrogant? If you tell me City players are arrogant, I'll tell you no problem. They dominated the whole country for 10 years. Why the fuck are we arrogant? 2 league titles in 10 years and we're arrogant.
No one's disagreeing with that. That is part of the reason why I've been so annoyed this season. My only argument is, and I've said it from the beginning, I think there's a difference between arrogance and effort. That's been my whole argument.
Arrogance is even worse.
I agree.
Also, Hussam, you can't sit there. You can't sit there and call the likes of Van Dijk the best centre back on the planet, Salah the best winger on the planet, and then when they play with arrogance, go, why are you arrogant? Where have you got that arrogance from? If we build them up and their play style then becomes one of arrogance, we then can't sit there afterwards when they play arrogance and they make mistakes and go, why are you arrogant? You've done nothing. Because we built you up and you have done stuff. Virgil van Dijk came second in the Ballon d'Or in one of the closest races with Lionel Messi. He was the best centre-back on the planet for 7 years. Mohamed Salah's won 3 Premier League Golden Boots, 2 Premier League Playmaker Awards, 3 Premier League Player of the Years. They play with a level of arrogance about themselves because that's what the best players do. The only problem is that it's not a good look on you when you make a mistake doing it, because then it's, how can you be so arrogant? But when Van Dijk plays in arrogance, a long ball comes over the top and he nods it over the press and striker and takes a touch, everyone's going, fucking hell, how good is he? He's levels above whatever you've seen. Jamie Carragher last year, when Van Dijk was on it, playing with that level of arrogance, he's exceeded the top level of football. Mohamed Salah, when he plays with a level of arrogance, where he stands on the ball, beats a man,
plays that level of arrogance.
But you've also got to read the room.
No, you're right.
Read the room and have still. No. What Tom is? No. What Tom said isn't wrong. Tom's right. Tom's right actually, and you're right. But what me and Hassam are saying is, and I'm sure we all agree on this: read the room. have self-awareness.
That's where we all agree.
And that's where we all agree in it.
But at the same
100%.
time, a mistake doesn't just mean a lack of like. If Virgil had made connection with that, we're not sitting there going, "What is he? That's a lack of effort." We're just going, "Oh, that's Virgil, isn't it? That's how he clears. That's how he clears the ball." Carragher would have probably sprinted to that, slidden, and put that in row Z. That's Carragher's playing style. Virgil has a nonchalance. He's got an arrogance about the way he plays. So when it comes off, looks amazing. But when it doesn't, you see, Alisson, prime example. When he first came to Liverpool, remember what he did? Did that dink over the Brighton player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next game against Leicester, tried to do a Cruyff turn, got done, and we conceded a goal. Not a lack of effort, an arrogance. It worked the first time, didn't work the second time. So just because a mistake happens, for me, that doesn't constitute it being a lack of effort. Ibu, I don't think anyone can accuse Ibu of showing a lack of effort. But Ibu's made loads of mistakes. In fact, I'll go as far as saying Ibu's made mistakes this season because of a willingness to show too much effort. The Leeds penalty, he could have just let that roll out. He could have just shepherded it out. Goes and puts that extra bit of effort in to make sure it goes, or to do whatever he's thinking in his mind, gives away a penalty. So my whole argument is, I don't agree with arrogance, but it happens, and a lack of effort is not the same as making a mistake. That's all I've been saying from the beginning.
And to back up what Cal was saying there as well is, I think you lot got a little bit confused in what me and Cal was arguing in that point. It wasn't about the team. We were just arguing in that moment that wasn't lack of effort from Szoboszlai, and Gakpo isn't really one of the players I would accuse of lack of effort. It's just tactical. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing we got to do as well in that moment is, I hate to do it, give a bit of credit to Bruno. I think he played that ball first time and no one was expecting it. I actually think it was just good forward play. Because everyone was thinking that he's going to take a touch, we get time to shuffle, and he didn't. He played it first time. It was like, oh shit, and he caught everyone off guard.
I know it's going to sound like I'm going to sound like I'm doing.
I see it differently. I respect what you're saying. I just see it differently though. But yeah, go on. In that moment,
I'm doing Sobo prop, yeah. But Bruno, when he plays that ball in, I don't even think Sobo can see the ball because he's behind Maguire. I genuinely, if you go back and look, I don't think
that's what I'm saying. It was like bang.
I genuinely don't think Sobo can see the ball.
But when the ball is arriving into the box, bro, there's enough time. So he might not see it first time when he first connects. But bro, you're a football player. Do you know what? To be a football player, you have to have decent peripheral vision. There's no way that Bruno Fernandes is over there. No, hear me out. I'm an attacker. Yeah, I used to be an attacker. I've been in that same situation. I still have decent peripheral vision, and I also know that my team is still defending. My natural instinct isn't just to just sprint. My natural instinct is I need to make sure that nothing comes into this box. Then I'm gonna sprint. Szoboszlai literally stands there, and you'll see him look, and he just doesn't do nothing.
But Matt,
remember, this is just this instance. I'm not saying he doesn't
understand the position he's in. No, he doesn't see the ball until it's halfway in the air. Then he's behind Maguire, who's not even his man, and he's assuming that Konate is then going to go pick him up again. Szoboszlai, the thing that throws me here is Szoboszlai is like 3 inches shorter than him, and Maguire is going to get that ball's going to Maguire's head. What can Szoboszlai do in that situation to win that header? He can't go all the way around.
Contest, Tom. Remember, of course. Tom, even if you're not great in the air, you can still contest a header to try and offset. How many times have we seen defenders, attackers try and defend a defender who's really good in the air? And what they'll do is they'll kind of just like contest to try and put them off. They might not win the header, but they'll try and offset them. You'll be a nuisance. All I'm saying is in that particular instance, Szoboszlai could have done way more rather than just standing there and doing nothing.
I also think a lot of it, though.
Do you get what I'm saying?
We're watching that clip in slow motion, and we're going, wow, look how much time he's got there. In reality, that ball came back in pretty quick from Bruno. Szoboszlai's he's come out from behind.
I promise you, if you see it in real, you'll still look at it and go, do you know what he could have? All I'm saying, anyway, it's fine. Let's move on. We'll agree, because I think we agree on the fact
that spot on. Szoboszlai in the Barnsley game was arrogance and a drop in effort because he thought that it's Barnsley, is what it is. I'll do a back heel to my keeper.
That was
arrogance and a lack of effort.
To be fair, that's the first time I've ever seen him show that arrogance. I wouldn't say the Man United thing was arrogance. For me, that was just lack of effort. Like, you compete, you contest, like you're a midfielder. Like, you've got like a little bit of defensive now. So you played in a pivot before. You understand the game better than I do. I should not be the one saying to you, to any football player, like, come on, bro, like that's just lack of effort. That's got nothing to do with tactical nous. That has nothing to do with tactical nous, in my opinion. That's just simply just you just couldn't be bothered, or you was hoping that someone else would clear it. Then you realize, oh crap, no one else is there. It's almost like passing the blame. And I think we've done that a lot this season as a team. I feel like sometimes the lack of effort from running and pressing can be because I've seen Soboslai start the press and he's like saying to the others, let's go. They're not going with him.
But that's tactical, Matt. That's tactical.
No, that is tactical. That is tactical. I'm saying, but I'm giving all elements of differences of, you know, tactical elements, but then there's this lack of effort.
Like,
you know, Warren just made a good point. Isn't it just called switching off?
Yes.
Like, I don't think that's lack of effort. You know, like it happens in football every game. Someone will just switch off for a moment.
Just
you know
he's
what I mean?
standing next to three.
All right,
no, but Matt,
I don't know how you can switch off
in
that
within a second.
instance,
like, if you watch that clip in quick motion, it's quick. Like it happens like
no,
that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
You know, the Barnsley goal for me is the perfect depiction. You know, Szoboszlai actually has the ball for the Barnsley goal, the one that he messes up with, because he's the one that sprints back, wins the ball back, and is taking the ball across the box.
Yeah.
Arrogance. That is the reason why we conceded. So again, that's not lack of effort. That's arrogance.
Agreed.
He did all the hard work. He ran past defenders to get the ball, and then his arrogance is the reason why it ended up in the back of the net. So,
nah, for real.
Anyway, let's move on.
Where was we?
Harvey Elliott now. So regarding Harvey Elliott, it was pleasing to see him on the pitch again yesterday. He won the Euros with the under-21s of England, but the situation is clear. He is a Villa player at this moment, which is all I can say.
Man went like this. That ain't my player.
Do we think anything? Do you think anything could develop in the next few days with that?
No.
He's rushed his
the
hands
only thing that could develop is Villa being unable to buy someone, selling a couple of the guys, and then having the money to buy Harvey Elliott on a permanent basis, which I don't think is going to happen.
The rumors are he's got to play 10 games to make it.
It's a 10-game obligation, and he's played 7.
And they played him yesterday because they had to. I don't think he plays another 3 games to make that 10 before the end of the season. I don't.
That's mad, you know. Like,
and you know why we won't bring him back? Because we're hoping. Because we spoke about this yesterday, Carl, and I've been thinking about it. I don't even think it would have mattered if it wasn't Slot the manager, you know, bro. I think that was a huge looking at maximum profit because obviously you only paid 5 mil for him in a tribunal.
No.
I think that was to get money back in for all the money we spent. I don't think it matters who the manager was. Elliott was being sold, I reckon.
So you think Elliott's being sold because of Hughes and Edwards?
I think they're looking at him as one of the people who's disposable to try and make the income back from the money we've spent.
Elliott literally said he's going because he's not getting any playing time.
Yeah, but there's obviously going to be other factors in it. Yeah, he plays less time, etc., etc. But I know that Harvey Elliott wouldn't leave Liverpool unless he was absolutely told he had to because of how much he loves the club. And I don't think it was more Slot going, you ain't getting no minutes, you know, bro, so get out of it. I think it was them having a meeting.
No, but it kind of is. I think it is, though, Drift. I think
it was them having a meeting and Slot maybe saying, I probably won't use him much. And then weighing up the financial and going, yeah, let's just get the money for him then. There's no point having him here.
Harvey Elliott made the decision.
Because of the manager then. If the manager said, it's the same thing with Tyler Morton. The manager said, I'm not going to use these players, so cash in.
Yeah, but I don't think it was Slot going, get rid of him. It was just a question. He answered it, and then they made their decision based on the finances. I don't think Slot went, get rid of him, don't want him. I don't think it was that.
No, but if the manager said I'm not going to use a player, if the manager's in a meeting, in a recruit meeting, goes, I'm not going to use the player, and then the director of football goes, if you're not going to use him, then and then the player then goes, okay, well I need to play football because there's a World Cup coming up. I've just done the under-21 Euros. If I play well, I might be able to make that squad. Is the director of football supposed to sit there and go, no, you're staying? You might not. You might just play no minutes.
If him staying is beneficial to the squad, as the director of football, even if the manager goes, I probably won't play him that much, you know. Your job as a squad builder is to go, but he's still a number to have as an option. Now, you know, we should still probably keep him around, like they did with Chiesa. You don't think Slot didn't
even if the player has to go
Chiesa much? But he probably, but they've weighed it up and thought, let's keep him around because you need options. I think Elliot was like, he's one who can be sacrificed to get money back. You know, let's do it.
Drift. The way this is just my opinion. The way he was speaking about,
they have to make that money back somewhere, right?
They don't. So, we're not in PSR, buddy. We're not in PSR, buddy. Like the money doesn't exist.
Let's not act like we don't know this. They want as much profit or as much money back. It don't matter how much they spend. But they want as much back as possible.
The pure profit thing with Elliot is only related to PSR. That's all it's related to.
No, it's not only that. We spent 400 mil, bro. They're going to want to bring some money back in. This is FSG.
We did bring money back.
Things can be right at the same time, you know.
Our net spend was only 200 something plus, you know.
Because of things like cashing in on Elliot.
We haven't sold Elliot.
No, but Elliot's not being sold.
We don't have money for him.
No, but
we haven't got money.
35 mil is money that will be on top of that to help with what they're trying to do. Is spend as little
the 35 mil will only get added on to next year. We don't get the 35
so that
mil.
It can help with the budget. This is my point. Do you think FSG only think about this summer? They think about other summers for budget.
Has the board ever sold a player that the manager doesn't want to keep?
We kept Chiesa. He clearly don't want Chiesa.
No. That was my question. Have we sold a player or let a player go that the manager doesn't want to keep? Ever under FSG?
No, in football that wouldn't happen.
No. So that kind
of. But you will have players that will be kept for squad because you know that you have to make sure your squad is okay. And Elliot is one of those players.
Your squad players have to play, and the manager made it clear that he won't play him.
So why didn't we sell Endo? Why didn't we sell Chiesa?
Because the manager wanted to keep them, Drift.
Oh my God. So now we're going to sit here and say he likes Chiesa and Endo, wants them around.
Right,
after
so
all season, we said you don't ever want to
play. No, Chiesa's definitely like a Liverpool signing, not a
Chiesa can play. Chiesa can play 3 different positions. Endo can play 3 different positions. Elliot, in an Arne Slot system, can play at most 2. At most,
and he coincidentally just happens to also be the one out of those who will get way more profit. We'd get 5-10 mil for Endo, 5-10 mil for Chiesa, 35 mil for Elliot. Makes sense. Sell the player who makes you money. I'm not even saying I'm right, but I don't see how you lot can't see the logic behind why they would do that. And it doesn't make sense. We kept the other players around. If it was about get rid of the players,
because it kind of just feels like you're shifting blame from Slot all onto Hughes and Edwards.
No, not at all. It's got nothing to do with Slot. But when it comes to recruitment, that is Richard Hughes' job.
So
isn't it Slot's job to pick the squad and say who plays and who doesn't play?
But it's also his job to be honest with them and be like, Endo probably won't get much minutes unless I absolutely have to. They'll have that discussion. And then they've looked at it and gone, Elliot's one of the players who he's admitted he probably won't play that much. There's a lot of profit in selling him. Let's get rid of him. I think Harvey was forced out the door for those reasons.
The decision was Elliot could have turned the move down.
Yeah, Elliot but obviously he's going to use common sense and think, I do want to play. So that plays a part in it as well. There can be 2 things can be right at the same time, you know.
So if the manager's saying to him, you're barely going to get any minutes this season, we just signed Wirtz and Salah. Those are 2 players who play in the position that I see you in. You're going to get even less minutes probably than you got last season because we just signed Wirtz now as well. What incentive is there for Harvey Elliott to stay?
The same incentive there was for Endo and Chiesa to stay, who would have been told the exact same thing.
Endo's
at the exact same thing.
Endo's at the latter stages of his career and knows he's a guarantee for Japan. Chiesa, I have no idea with him.
But there you go, because it was the same. They're in the same boat, Cal.
Chiesa's almost a guarantee
the manager
for
won't
Italy
play
as well,
very often.
But just because they say doesn't mean Harvey Elliott. But Harvey Elliott doesn't have to think the same way as them.
Okay, so. And this is just to back up one of the reasons why I believe what I'm saying as well. We've got 4 players we're talking about. We've got Chiesa, we've got Endo, we've got Morton, and we've got Elliot. Is it not a coincidence that the 2 players who left garnered more profit by selling them?
No, I cannot do what Drifty's saying, guys. What Drifty's saying once again is accurate. That's why I didn't interfere or anything. I think what he's saying is true. At the end of the day, they will want to recoup some money, and Elliot is someone we could sell.
But because Elliot and Morton, for me, are better quality than Endo and Chiesa. I actually think if we swap those 2, our squad is stronger.
But you're only going to sell the players.
Want to play
I agree.
you're only going to sell the manager you're only going to sell the player if the manager makes it very clear that he doesn't really care if you sell him or not.
Well, that depends. He's not the manager; he's the head coach, so he's always going to have the last say.
Tyler Morton has made it clear, by the way. Tyler Morton's made it clear he didn't have a good relationship with Arne Slot.
Yeah, all of these things can be true at the same time, guys. This is what I'm saying. I'm not even saying you lot are wrong, but it can't be a coincidence that Morton is better than Endo, but Morton sold, and Elliott has actually been way more impactful at Liverpool than Kaiser.
It makes sense, though.
But Elliott is sold.
Because it makes sense, because if they're both playing, if I've got 30-year-old Wataru Endo who's never played this level in his life and never will again, and a 22-year-old Tyler Morton who's got a bad relationship with the manager and is desperate to start playing regular first-team football in a top league for the first time, which one of those two is going to angle for a move more?
But both can be true at the same time. What Morton is saying means it's easier to sell him, but it's also just so happens he's the more profitable. So let's do... Two things make the same outcome.
But they are not selling Morton because he's the more profitable one. They are selling him because
they definitely
he
did it with
leave.
Elliott, in my opinion. I just used Morton as an example because he's better than Endo, and we kept Endo.
I disagree, Drift. I disagree.
Definitely, I believe it's financial as well. 100%.
Chiesa this season is right wing, left wing, striker depth. Harvey Elliott would have been...
How many games has he played, Tom?
How many games has Federico Chiesa played?
The amount of minutes he's had has been garbage. We know this.
Yeah, he's got garbage minutes. Like Harvey Elliott got garbage minutes last season.
Yeah, but
Harvey Elliott played 800 minutes.
Any game.
Harvey Elliott played 800 minutes last season. 800 in all competitions.
Yeah, he was treated badly as well. Look, both things can be right at the same time, in my opinion. But anyway.
Yeah, how many minutes has Chiesa played this year? Ben, we're only halfway through the season. Yeah, but we're only halfway through the season. Harvey Elliott played a full season.
250 Chiesa, maybe?
No, he's played 548.
When the fuck did this happen?
He's had 2
I
games.
don't even remember that, bro.
Two full games in the League Cup. 60 minutes in the FA Cup, 77 in the Champions League, and 231 in the Premier League. Harvey Elliott last season played 800 minutes.
I was 7 minutes off in the Premier League. Fairs. I said 250. Fairs.
I'll tell you Harvey Elliott's breakdown in minutes, because again, what you got to remember about last season is we got to the final of the Carabao Cup. We only got to the 5th round this year, so there was more games for Harvey Elliott to play in the Carabao Cup. So in the Premier League last season, bear in mind Harvey Elliott played a full season, and there was 4 games at the end where it was you can play. Who gives a fuck? Harvey Elliott played 360 minutes as a whole in the Premier League last year. Federico Chiesa on 231 halfway through the season. Elliott made 18 appearances in total. Chiesa's already on 16. In the Champions League, Elliott got 168. Chiesa got 77.
We heard Slot this season tell us that he thinks Chiesa's playing way more because he's fitter this year. Last year, he wasn't playing this much in the league, was he?
Yeah, because he was injured. So what's happened, Drift?
Was he?
Yes,
we don't know what happened with Chiesa last season. Really,
he got injured in he got injured in the second game and was out up until December, and then kept getting little niggles and knocks, which kept preventing him from getting back in the squad up until March.
Elliott was injured. Elliott was injured at the beginning of last season.
Elliott was injured until October, not until March.
Quite a long injury.
September, not until March.
2 months of an injury.
October to May, Drift, he barely played.
Yeah, but obviously he didn't get his way back into the squad, and obviously you didn't get favoured by Slot. I hear all of that. But I'm just saying, if Chiesa and Elliott are both told they're not, like Slot would have said the same thing about both players, and they've kept Chiesa and they've sold Elliott. For me, that is because when you look at it, it makes more sense to sell Elliott because he makes more profit. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't see how there's any difference between Chiesa and Elliott when it comes to the...
One said the shit minutes.
One said they wanted to stay and the other said they wanted to go.
I know for a fact from the things I've seen from Harvey Elliott, he did not want to leave Liverpool. He did not want to leave Liverpool.
He didn't want to leave, but he knew he had
to. But the manager basically told him, you've got no future here. Basically,
by the way, this is what Elliott said at the end of last season. He played 90 minutes in this game against Brighton. I done an interview with Sky Sports. At the end of the game, he said, it's been hard with how much I've played. I've tried as hard as I could, and whatever happens, happens. It's about what's best for my career. It's about reflecting and seeing what I can do. I'm here at the moment, and I'm focusing on the final game, but I might need to leave.
It was nothing to do with finances then. Elliot just left because he left.
No, it's a coincidence. It's
I'm agreeing with you. How are you arguing with me and I'm agreeing?
Don't worry, man.
Big up you guys. I'm gonna have to head out now.
On that note,
Big up.
peace out.
Big
Love.
up, guys. Big up. Love.
Yeah, big up, boys.
Love, guys. Love, guys.
Big ups, big ups. That was fun. That was a fun little argument.
It's over now. I can't bother to go through that again.
Also, it's harder to sell Chiesa because he's on 3 times the money Harvey Elliott was on. It's harder to sell Endo than Morton because Morton was on 3 times less money than Endo.
If you lot don't believe it was financially motivated, then fine. It seems like a big.
I don't believe that was the main motivation. That's the big thing.
No, I think both things were true at the same time. I think it was financially beneficial.
You didn't say that.
You said it was financially and he wasn't going to play much.
You said it was financially driven. Tom just read out Harvey Elliott's quotes. That basically debunks what you just said.
No, but I've heard Harvey Elliott on many times say he doesn't want to leave Liverpool. He loves it here. This is his club. He hopes he's here forever. You ask someone a question on a different day and they'll give you a different answer based on what they've been told, what they've heard.
That's the most recent quote then.
Yeah. Well, he's not at the club anymore. So
his most recent quote where he said what Drifty said was after the Lille game, where he said, "I'm not leaving. This is my team and my club." He then proceeds to play fuck all for the rest of the season until after we'd won the league.
Yeah, I definitely know he wanted to play. I definitely know he wanted to play, and he left for those reasons, of course. But there's no way anyone could tell me that him going over Chiesa isn't financially driven as well. Like, it just don't make any sense for it to be we got rid of the better player and the one who's had more influence at Liverpool if it wasn't to do with money. Like, it can't just be that. It cannot just be, he wanted to play, so he left.
No, but Harvey Elliott sat there and said he wants to play more. So if I stop a Harvey Elliott move and then proceed to give him the same amount of minutes as he got the season beforehand, what are we achieving by doing that, apart from upsetting a player?
But do you lot truly believe the club think about the players' interest before their own? You honestly think they were like, Harvey wants to play.
The manager has to.
Let's care about his feelings. The club always think about themselves before the player.
Well, if the player's throwing a strop and playing shit on the pitch because he's playing a strop,
I don't think Elliott has thrown a strop or would ever throw a strop. He's not that type of player. When has Elliott ever showed? No, Tom. When has Elliott ever showed he'd throw a strop and be unprofessional? He's never done that ever.
Because he's never been put in a situation where he was denied a move because he wanted to play and then put in garbage. He didn't want to leave last season. He wanted to stay.
No, last season he was given garbage minutes and he never down-tooled. He never was unprofessional. He never showed like he didn't care. He never done that at all.
It's a different thing. Drift, I'm going to switch the question. After you've asked to go.
Drift, I'm going to switch the question. The hat you're wearing right now, let's say that's your favorite hat. You love wearing the hat, but every time you wear that hat, it gives you a headache. And the doctor says, bro, I know you love the hat, but you got to stop wearing it because it's giving you a headache. Does that mean you dislike the hat all of a sudden, or are you doing it for the betterment of your life?
Of course, I'm doing it for the betterment of my life. Okay,
so Harvey Elliott loves Liverpool Football Club, wants to play for Liverpool Football Club, but if he's not getting minutes by Liverpool Football Club and he knows his football career is a short career and he wants to maximize his career, potentially play for England and all the rest, then he's going to have to leave to get game time because the manager who's here right now is not giving him said game time. Opposite to what Curtis Jones is getting. If Curtis Jones was in the opposite situation and it's Harvey Elliott who's in Curtis Jones' situation and Harvey Elliott was getting plenty of minutes, Harvey Elliott ain't going to ask to leave, and we're going to keep Harvey Elliott in the same way we're keeping Curtis Jones. So
I agree. I agree with you. I'm not saying what you're saying is
more coincidental that they're both players who are sold for maximum profit, as opposed to we said let's get rid of those players because they bring in maximum profit.
I think
Kwanzaa knew he had to play, Morton knew he had to play, and Elliott knew they had to play. It just happened to be that they're all homegrown and get us more money. But I don't think we went into the summer going, we have to try and go those players off the books because we get maximum profit for them. We're not in a position where we need to do that. Our PSR count is absolutely fine. We've got one of the best in the league. So we're not.
I didn't say they went into summer going, right, they've got to go. I'm saying there was definitely financial motivation to get rid of those players out of all of the squad players because they're the most profitable. Just the same way, if you go back, this isn't a fact, obviously, but I know Elliot Anderson did not go into that summer window a few years ago going, I want to go and play for Nottingham Forest. I don't want to be at Newcastle anymore. But Newcastle needed the money. They probably spoke to him and he was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go. it was like two things can be right at the same time. He's like, yeah, you're right. I will play more at Forest. I will, like, they want me. You also need the money. All right, I'll go. It's probably the exact same scenario with Elliot.
It's nowhere near the same example.
No, I'm not talking about from a PSR point of view. I'm talking about from the individual's point of view. There's no way Elliot Anderson wanted to go Nottingham Forest. He just accepted, all right, yeah, I'll play more. I'll go. No, but he doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to go.
No, but there's a difference. Newcastle had to sell.
Forget that part. Forget the PSR part.
You can't forget that part. That's the whole driver behind
it. No,
I'm
talking about the individual. Elliot Anderson wasn't getting played every week at Newcastle, and he would be at Nottingham Forest. Plus, on top of that, then there's financial motivation. So when they've gone to Elliot and said, you're going to go Nottingham Forest, he could have said no, because Newcastle's a way better team and he's in a better position there. But he probably thought to himself, all right, yeah, I will play more. You know, I want to go. I want to get in the England team. I want to progress. All right. And then two things can be right at the same time. That's what I'm saying with Elliot. Elliot was thinking about his minutes, and you lot are right. He's thinking, I don't just want to sit around on the bench. My career needs to flourish. And then the club also going, you know what? He'll make the most money as well. I think he's the one we should get rid of instead of Chiesa. I'm saying two can be right at the same time. That's all I'm saying.
Which do you think has the biggest bearing on the decision to let Harvey Elliott go? His want for game time.
Knowing our ownership.
Hold on. Let me land.
I don't think it's Elliott's feelings.
Let the want from Harvey Elliott to play more minutes, Slot giving him a lack of minutes and not potentially needing him for, in his mind, for the squad, or the owners saying pure profit. Which out of the three do you think has the biggest bearing?
I think it's at least 50-50.
With which two?
With Elliott wanting to play and caring about his career, and the club thinking that he's one of the players who brings in most profit.
So nothing to do with Slot.
Nothing to do with the manager.
Well, the Slot decision will be a part of. Here's the thing as well. I know you lot love crashing it on Slot, and he is to blame for a lot, but I still don't believe he has a massive say in recruitment. That's what Richard Hughes is here for. So why do you lot keep thinking that Slot's the one who goes, get rid of him, I want him, get rid of him, I want him? Slot ain't got that much power in transfers.
But we're not saying he's doing that. But if Arne Slot went to the board and said, oh no, I'm going to use Harvey Elliott, he's going to play a lot more under me this year, he's going to develop, the board wouldn't have sat there and went, nah, he's getting sold now, you can stick with Chiesa. They go, okay, yeah, if you're going to use him a lot more and he's going to be happy, then you can stay. But the fact was,
I 100%
one attacker was going to get the garbage minutes this season. Chiesa's more willing to accept that than Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I'm saying two things can be right at the same time, because if we could have got 50 mil for Chiesa, I'm telling you, look, Chiesa's the one who would have went. I'm telling you now, if we was in the same situation in the summer, but someone offered 50 mil for Chiesa, Elliott would be a Liverpool player and Chiesa would have gone. I'm telling you. There's definitely financial motivation
never worth 50 million. But if they were both offered, if we both got an offer, if there was an offer of 35 million for the pair of them, there was an offer of 35 million for the pair of them.
I guarantee they'll sell Chiesa over Elliott.
I disagree. I think they sell Elliott because Elliott asked.
But that's where we just have to agree to disagree. That's where we just have to agree. If they were both 35 mil, they would have sold Chiesa. I'm telling you. But that's just my opinion.
I think Elliott asks to go, so he's the one that goes. That's the way I see it.
I agree with Lakers. If we got £35 million offer for bid for Chiesa, we'd probably sell both.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And then they go and buy another one.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll never know. Let's get through these supers because they are starting to pile up as well. Big up Gaz says, I hate hearing Slot talk more than my area manager. Shout out to the area managers. They are always bastards, man. Big up Becky says, big up lads, did my first panel show with Ends today. Big up, man. Big up. I'll go check that out, actually. Big up Becky, man. Guys, make sure you go and show your love as well, man.
Yeah, Becky's doing some great things on our channel. Big up Becky, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Becky. Big up Singh. Tom, get over manager. He ain't leaving. Refocus.
It's hard to get over the manager not leaving. It's hard to get over the manager when he's the fucking manager. I can't just ignore the manager of my football club. It's not that easy to just go. Could you imagine I come on this show and any time there's not any sort of topic, I just sit here and go, I've got over him, guys.
I think he more means just don't let him get under your skin because he's going to be here for a while. I think that's
very hard to do that. Very hard. I want Liverpool to win football matches and I want Liverpool to succeed. And if Arne Slot's tactics and the way he's managing the team, I feel are the biggest contributed to us not doing that, I'm going to be angry over that. And when nothing changes, I'm going to be angry over that. So
does anyone believe that defeat to Newcastle does put the nail in the coffin?
Not that one on its own. I think if he was to lose Newcastle and City and other results go Chelsea and United away, I think they pull the trigger. Because at that point,
we'll sack him when it's too late. That's the problem I have with Hughes and Edwards in this situation. We're going to sack him when it's too late, when it should have been done a little while ago, which would have given us a better chance of getting top 4.
I mean, the real worry is it gets like, let's say we lose these next 2 games, City United win, and then the board go, well, it's too late for top 4 now. But he is doing all right in the Champions League, isn't he? So maybe we should just keep until the end of the season and let him have his Champions League run.
I also think a result against City is going to save him his job, because I think we beat City. It's Gaz trying to pick my fave out of Crash Out Tom and Drunk Tom. It's tricky. It's like choosing either Prime Sana Latham or Prime Maya. Love to you all. You'll never walk alone. 3-1 win. That was Sana Latham actually is getting better with age, in my opinion, but that's another conversation. Big Up Gaz also says, can you guys drop the beat for my birthday, lad? Of course we can, my brother. Of course we can. Big up Gaz. Everyone knows old school legend.
Sam will be gutted he's not here for this.
Yeah, he will. Big up though, man. And if anyone else is celebrating a birthday, this one's for you as well. But Gaz, big up yourself, my bro. Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I have to actually admit this. In my mind, I was thinking, it's not your birthday. I know it's not your birthday, but I couldn't, on screen, I couldn't make it look like I was a shit friend. And then I just realized I knew it weren't his birthday. And it's like, guys, what the fuck, man? Don't fuck with me like that. But I'm thinking, birthday, but I was like, well, if you're saying it, it's a cup. Am I a bad friend? I was like, what the fuck? Oh, man. And obviously, ironically, he isn't here. Hassam isn't here to enjoy it anyway, but big up, guys. Big up Thomas says, hey, Tom. And Hassam isn't here again. If y'all miss Monday Night's Madness on Kopish, check it out. It was a banger. If you don't, Matt might have to give you both a soft slap. Get a new job too. Big up. Got a new job too. Big up, fellas. Big up to you, man.
What happened on Monday night?
It was, you just gotta watch it. It was epic. It's better to watch it than for it to be explained. It was a great show. It was a proper enjoyable show, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of tangents as well, but yeah. Big up Team Kopish, Don Hassam, Tom Little, and Mancunian Red Drift. Ha ha ha. People are acting like humans have never been eating animal parts since eternity. Every culture in the world evolved from there. Some still do it.
No, I understand how we got there. I understand how we got there. It's just the idea of someone, as Hassam said, going through eating every single animal's testicles and documenting which one did what on the human body is funny to me.
It's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in life that if you think a lot about, you're like, I know this is how my weird mind works, but who was the person who realized if you heat up sand, you can turn it into glass? Like, you know, like who the hell even thinks? There's so many things in the world that I just think, how the hell was that thought of? Like, what kind of crazy things have you got to be thinking in a good way for you to come up with some of these? Like, it's mad. I don't know, man. But that's just how my brain works. Big up Akia. He says we need the Scouse German Mandem. Come on, Steven and Klopp. Do people think that Steve would actually take being assistant manager?
No.
Like, because I don't. I find it weird that people think. I know he loves Liverpool, but I don't think he'd enjoy being somebody's number two.
If Steven Gerrard was going to be an assistant manager, he would have already been an assistant manager.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I mean, managers do go from being managers to assistants again. Successful
managers don't. I can't think of a success.
Don't know. I'm gonna let it reset. I'm gonna let him reset.
There we
go.
Had
a little shoe there, Tom.
Well, hold on, Cal, because you took that the wrong way. I said Steven Gerrard won't be an assistant because he is a successful manager.
No, I think something happened with the internet. That's why I just.
Right, was it? Because it was all fine my end, you know.
Yeah. Oh, damn, mad.
Honestly,
YouTube is a funny old game, eh?
I'm not sure if Donovan here is saying it's a lack of intelligence and effort, or if he's just saying it's a lack of intelligent effort. But most teams outrun us. Yeah, but again, I think that goes back to what Tom was saying. What Tom was right. I think it's because that's how Slot wants us to play, like the slowing down and all. Like he's changed the way we play. I think a lot of it is because of that.
If it was like a 1, 2, 3 game thing, and then we bounce back, it would be the players' lack of effort. There's like a run of like we've been outrun in like 11 of our last 12 games. That's by design. There's no other way around it.
Beset, it's too early promo, man. Besetic needs a little kick up the backside in Barca, like what Rodri got.
That's not what that means.
No, bruv, I can't say that at 2:00 in the afternoon, bruv. Come on, man, that's insane. I mean, I don't even think I would say that at 10 o'clock at night, if I'm being honest with you.
Would just say that any time of the day.
Where's Jamie Phillips when you need him?
You know, that is insane. Supporter Drift defending Balotelli wasn't on my bingo card for 2026. That's a wild take. Literally known as a player with all the talent but a bad attitude by all who have coached him. To be honest with you, that isn't totally true because Mancini has never accused him of that and was a manager that always had time for him. And I do think, and again, I'm not even going to say he's not rare, because maybe he is. I just think that was the way he played. The people think it was lazy, fair enough. But I do not like that there was always this stigma that followed him around. That was an easy narrative for people to run. Especially even like when it comes to the stuff about like antics off the field, when he's even admitted he took the rap sometimes for friends doing silly things because he was like, if you lot think I'm this bad guy, fuck it, who cares? I'll be the villain. Like, yes, maybe he didn't show as much effort as he should have, didn't do as much of his career as he should have. Cool. But I still don't think it's easy for that to be the narrative. That's all I'm saying. And again, I don't even want to make it racial, but we know what it was like back in the day. Pogba, there's a lot of players that, because of a certain tone of skin, it was always easy to run this narrative. Oh, you're lazy, you're lazy, you're lazy. I'm just saying he had a very similar style to Berbatov, in my opinion, and I think it was more lackadaisical.
He was racially abused at times, no doubt about that. He was racially abused at times, no doubt about that. But him being called lazy wasn't because he was black. He's called lazy because he was flipping lazy.
No, but I just think it was easy to add that in the narrative. I remember at the time, I don't want to go back over.
It was easy to make him be the narrative of being lazy because he was lazy.
There's other players with a similar playing style. That's all I'm saying.
Playing style and laziness are two different things. He was lazy and didn't try hard enough.
Akia says, I don't know why this is an argument. Soboslai effed up. He didn't want to be involved in that. Need a manager that will point that out and put a stop to it. I disagree with that, but we won't go back over that again.
The thing is, it's a set piece, and we know that there was a bigger problem. There's been a big problem with set pieces all season because we've sacked the set piece coach for it. So it's a set piece structural problem. At the end of the day, that's not his man. Soboslai's on the post, and then he comes out, and the ball's played first time back in before he sees it. Maguire starts as Ekatike's man, and then becomes Konate's man. I just don't see then how it's on Szoboszlai for not picking him up. Because there's no communication at any point either. So just as someone who's played in defence, if I've got a midfielder who like, if I lose the fight the ball, which is what Konate does, he loses the fight the ball and gets under it. But if I've not told my midfielder there's a guy there that you might need to pick up, I then can't be angry at him for not picking him up. They don't do that. You've got to be on them over that. At the end of the day, it's a calamity of mistakes if you want. But I just think it's a structural problem from set pieces that we've had all season.
Yeah, I agree. And Bruno played the ball in first time. It was a good ball as well. I think
it's a ridiculously good ball.
Yeah, I think it caught everyone off guard. Yeah,
it's an unbelievable cross.
Gaz says Szoboszlai has poor positioning, not effort in that clip. Yeah, it's funny because the two people saying it aren't here anymore. So it's like, but hold on, let me get back to it. Kia, congratulations. Our players are arrogant. They deserve to smell their own stink like it's perfume. Big up.
I hear that.
Yeah. And now feel the effects of it as well, if that is the case. Slot wouldn't have used him anyway, so don't matter whose idea it was to sell. That's true as well. Talking about Elliot there, I'm guessing. And Cal, have you chatted to Scouse Lamptey about Sobo yet?
No, I haven't. It's going to be lost on him, so no point.
I haven't actually checked in on what Monster's been saying about Soboslai from that when he was playing at Rabat. Like, what's his take on it now? Anyway,
it's still the same. He believes he works hard and has moments of quality, but doesn't really rate him as a footballer overall.
Okay, even with him being Liverpool's best player this season, interesting.
Yeah, I'm just a middleman, bro.
Interesting. But there you have it, people. We've come to the end of the show. Big up yourselves as always, man. Love as always, guys. You know this show's always crazy. And we'll be back again, guys. We will be back for the calling show around 7 or 8 in it, Cal. We haven't absolutely confirmed, but around about the time your notification should be on, guys, so you know when we're going live anyway. So we don't even need to tell you. Big up Tom as always. Big up yourself, bro. Big up Hassan, obviously. You had to go, and Matt. And anything you guys want to quickly touch on before we leave, or we all good?
No, just big up to everyone, man. Really appreciate you all. Please just smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well.
Yeah, man. Any content this weekend, Tom?
that was a waste of everyone's time, that question.
I know it was rhetorical. I just, you know what I mean, one day, but the people want it. That's why, Tom. The people want it. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, well, Liverpool needs to be good for me to want it.
Fair enough. People, big up your damn selves, and we'll see you later on this evening for the calling show. It's been a pleasure. We're out of here. Peace.
Are you fed up of spending over £100 just for a football jersey? Well, so am I. So why not check out okjersey.com? Right, people, you can pay £15. That's right, £15 and grab yourself a Liverpool jersey. 15, not 50, 15. All you have to do to get a further 8% off as well is use the promo code Kopish, Kopish, people. Check out OK Jersey right now. And look, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Ladies, if you want to get in your man's good books, some football shirts is a good way of doing that. Gents, maybe you even want to get your wifey one. Check out okjersey.com. Check it out now.